The extreme violence from some transgender individuals is not just a violent response to social rejection or attacks on their identity, but a result of a deep mental health crisis that is being socially normalized instead of treated out of fear of offending or invalidating identities. Serious studies confirm this. The Williams Institute found back in 2015 that 81.7% of transgender people had considered suicide at some point. The CDC reported in 2023 that transgender students have a 26% annual suicide attempt rate, compared to just 5% among heterosexual students. And even the largest study to date by Warrior et al. In 2020 in Nature Communications shows that transgender people are between 3 and 6 times more likely to have an autism diagnosis or elevated autistic traits. The reality is this: there is societal rejection of trans people. Yes, but they are the first ones to reject their own true identity. Why? That's for a psychiatrist to discover. Globally, no large-scale study shows suicide attempt or death rates dropping to general population levels in highly accepting societies. Rates remain 3 to 8 times higher than heterosexual averages, even where care and acceptance are high. So, why don't trans people seem to be better off even in more accepting environments? For more than 4 decades, Johns Hopkins under Paul McHugh concluded that gender dysphoria is a disorder similar to anorexia, halting surgeries after clear evidence that they did not improve long-term mental health. As early as 1953, Hamburger documented cases as severe psychiatric emergencies. Recent tragedies painfully illustrate this problem. Audrey Hale, 6 people in Nashville in 2023, including 3 children. Robin Westman opened fire at Annunciation Catholic School Church in Minneapolis in August 2025. 2 children during Mass. Jesse Van Roetseler, 18 years old, his mother, stepbrother, and then 5 students and 1 teacher in Tumbler Ridge, Canada, this very month of February. Robert Dorgan, alias Roberta Esposito, his ex-wife and son at a hockey game in Rhode Island just days ago. The attacker who targeted Charlie Kirk had Therian tendencies and lived with a trans roommate partner, reflecting also deep instability. And here's an oldie. The left not only tries to hide or downplay that these mass were carried out by transgender individuals, but also seizes every opportunity to blame the Second Amendment and demand more gun control, diverting attention from the underlying mental health crisis. Because we can no longer hide the link between untreated mental illness and violence, and we cannot hide the fact that the radical left is selling victimhood as a common identity for all of its supporters, calling for resistance and reaction, thus justifying their violence in the name of identity and a perverse gender ideology. Human dignity does not vanish because of psychiatric confusion or anything else. But those who promote this as normal, knowing the potential for self-inflicted to others, deserve life imprisonment and the harshest possible punishment. We must put an end to this madness soon and start treating friends and relatives who need us, need our care, and need to find true self-acceptance. How much longer will we allow this ideological garbage to eclipse reality and claim more victims? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this widely, and demand real treatment, not denial or destructive gender affirmation. God bless America.